Well, if there is anyone that the Lord loves the most, if there is anyone that God can do everything to please, then it is you. You are the reason God will climb all mountains and kick down every wall just to grant you the desires of your heart. Know that God is building you for something that no one has ever seen, and it has not come to the heart of anyone, neither has it been revealed to anyone what kind of marriage God is preparing for you. God is using those situations to set you up for a better marriage, because marriage is not something you rush into, it is a journey. Having no form of experience whatsoever before venturing into marriage is very risky and can be disadvantageous to you on the long run. You need to go through some situations that will equip you to become the best and give you a better marriage. Do not worry how God will do it. All you need to do is to relax and rely on Him, because God knows the best for you. When you know this about God, it will make you be at peace with Him no matter the situations He allows you to go through. Do not let your experience make you hate your life or withdraw from people. What people may be asking of you may be difficult for you to offer, but do not let it bother you at all, because you have a good cover from the Lord that will give you all the best in the right time. You want a marriage that will give you peace and joy. You have always dreamt to have a marriage experience that is filled with fulfillment and happiness, love and care for you, and perfect understanding. Are you ready to let go to have the best one? Are you ready to stay alone so that you will have that person that God has prepared and promised to give you? The sacrifice is staying and trusting God, refusing those ones that are not the will of the Lord for your life. Of course, you know those people that are not in line with the purpose of the Lord for your life, but they will always come with good offer on the table to entice you and buy your heart with their material possession and sweet-talking prowess. They sugar-talk you to forgetting purpose. They are too fast to give everything even when there is no need for it. You will know it is not the will of God and that person is not from the Lord, because your spirit will reveal it to you. You have to look up to the Lord to give you that person that will give you the kind of marriage you desire, someone that will be a blessing to you and give you everything you want. This may not be necessarily wealth and riches or those physical things that is always appealing to the eyes. There are other things in marriage that cannot be bought with money. Love, companionship, friendship, happiness, and lots more. All these are things that only someone that comes from the Lord can give you and nobody else. Genesis chapter 24 verse 4 says, "But you shall go to my country and to my relatives and take a wife for my son Isaac. And let it so be that the girl to whom I say, I pray you, let down your jar that I may drink, and she replies, drink, and I will give your camels drink also. Let her be the one whom you have selected and appointed and indicated for your servant Isaac, to be a wife to him, and by it I shall know that you have shown kindness and faithfulness to my master." Before he had finished speaking, behold, Rebekah came out, who was the daughter of Bethuel, son of Milcah, who was the wife of Nahor, the brother of Abraham, with her water jar on her shoulder. That was how God put everything in place to arrange her for a better marriage that was destined to fulfill the purpose of the Lord. God is directing your footstep and He is controlling your path to meet the right person. You have to work and set signs that will guide you through the time. Like that servant, because he wants to work with clarity and identify the right person, he said, "Lord, let it be like this," and behold, that was how it happened for him. When people came with wrong marriage story to make you feel like marriage is a battle and a difficult journey, tell them God is in charge of your marriage. He will give you someone that will make your marriage the best. One sign that someone is good for you is that they will give you peace and feel concern for your destiny and future. You do not have anything to fear about. You do not have anything to cry for. God is about to set you up for a better marriage. He is arranging someone to come to your life to give you the blessings that you have always prayed for. God will bless you and give you the marriage of your dreams, a place of peace and love, where God will be in charge of everything to give you the best security, provision in all things, with undying love and blessings. That is the life God is setting you up for. You will testify to the goodness of the Lord. Your marriage will motivate others to trust God for a spouse. Ignore the delay, ignore the pain and the sacrifice that it may require now, and give it your best. Because God is setting you up for the best marriage that will not just be a blessing to you alone, but to the society and to the people around you. When you are confused, you have to call on the Lord. When things are not going the same way you have planned it, you have to put your trust in the Lord to change the situations for you. Call on God to direct you on the right decision to take. Call on God to direct you what to do when you are confused. God has your best interest at heart, and you are always in His thoughts. You do not have to worry over your situation, because the reason the Lord is taking away those things are because you are about to receive that divine greatness from above. The material blessings, money and wealth, shelter, cars, and other things that make love more interesting and marriage strong will be given to you, and when all these things are present, you can say the marriage is blessed. With all these things, you will know that God is indeed intentional about what He is doing for you. Believe it, and it will become your story from grass to grace. That is what it will always end up to be, and you will return all the glory to the Lord for showing Himself mighty in your life. God is interested in your marital destiny. He is setting you up for a better marriage. You can call it a difficult time. You may see it as unfair, but God is intentional about your growth and development. What do you think God is actually doing? What do you think is the reason behind those breakups, denial, and disappointment from someone that you truly loved with all your heart? These experiences are to teach you to become a better person. You can term it an affliction, but is that what God sees it to be? You may worry and trouble yourself over things, but do you ever ask yourself if God is watching you go through all the misfortune in your relationships for fun? You give everyone the best, but they end up giving you the worst in return, and in the end, you end up breaking down and getting more confused with the way your life is going, and you begin to doubt the goodness and the faithfulness of the Lord in your life. Never get to that place where you ask God why. Never get to that point where you will have to consider doubting the faithfulness and love of the Lord for your life. Whatever you go through in life, either good or bad, God is always there and God is aware of it. God knows you've been treated badly and unjustly. God knows you are in a situation. God is always aware of every ordeal that you face, but you will always wonder why it is always like God is silent about all of them. You have always prayed, fasted, and trusted God, but in the end of several spiritual exercises, it will always appear like God is always ignoring you and He is not interested in you.